Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about cell. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. It is an oval figure. Now here's a cell diagram. This is a cell diagram that is based on the cell theory. But now, first there is nucleus inside a cell that acts as the commanding center for it. Then above it there are cytosomes. These are responsible for cell division. And if said without them, our cells would not be able to divide and we wouldn't exist. Under that is a rough endoplasmic reticulum. It is something like this. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, also known as RER. Now, it becomes rough due to presence of lysosomes in it. Now what these do is produce proteins that are used to make a cell's outer surface covering that is known as plasma membrane. Now, under this is a special structure called Golgi apparatus. Here what you can see are these vacuoles. What these vacuoles do is that they transport different minerals and all the different parts of a cell from one place to other. And this is a really necessary job because if these would not be transported, then cell could not have all its minerals. Now, the next part is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It's just simple to understand. It is endoplasmic reticulum, but as it does not have ribosomes attached to it, it does not produce proteins, but instead produces lipids that are fats and also are an initial part of the plasma membrane. Now there is a very important structure present in cell. It's mitochondria. It is basically the powerhouse of the cell and it oxidizes food and produces energy in forms of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Now you must be wondering, where do all of these organelles stay? They stay in a semi-solid, that is a very thick liquid known as cytoplasm. This cytoplasm holds everything in place. Now there's a special ability of the plasma membrane, that is that it is semi-permeable, which means that the membrane can allow some things to enter and some things to exit, but not all the things. Now there is another important organelle that is known as lysosome. Lysosome. What these do is that they just chew up or digest or destroy all the dead organelles of the cell, thus keeping it healthy. Now, it is like a situation where you would accumulate all the dead cells on your body. But that will be pretty weird, so that's why lysosomes do the job. Now, this is the basic diagram of a cell. Now it's time for nucleus. Nucleus is at the center of the cell. Like you can imagine it like this. Plus, what these squares I am drawing are actually pores in the nucleus. Inside these there are some bead-like structures called genes. These bead-like structures contain the basic information of a cell and these only determine our eye color, hair color, etc. Now there is a small body called nucleolus, and as I told you before, it manufactures ribosomes that are also responsible for producing proteins. So this is basically the producer of protein factory. Now this is the whole nucleolus. Now it's time for mitochondria. Here is an example of mitochondria. It mostly looks like this. Now it oxidizes food with help of some structures that look like villi inside our intestine. So it can basically be referred as intestine of the cell. These are called as F0 and F1 particles. Now what these do is that these particles help when food passes sugars, that is simplified glucose and sugars, pass through them, then these convert them into ATP. Now this was all the information about the cell. Thank you for watching.